animation, traditional animation techniques. So this used to happen before computers came up. So these are the steps, okay? Steps used before computer came up. Okay, like now animations are made in computers, but earlier it was different. They were used to made on paper. So how the professional steps were? So we are gonna check that. First was storyboard was made. Storyboard. What is storyboard now? Uh, Storyboard. Yeah, it is the initial draft. Initial draft. Initial draft of animation sequence animation sequence created on paper. Okay, created on paper. Initial draft of animation sequence created on paper for wait a second, created on paper in the form of sketches. Okay, I'm just first dictating it. Later on, I will explain you. Okay, what are those? So first is storyboard. Second is keyframes. Also, you would hear keyframes a lot in this. Keyframes. By the way, frame is the static one image which makes up the animation. Okay. Uh, the first shot the first frame of every shot. Yo, what's up? Oh, 4 people in the stream. Welcome to the stream, bro. What's up? Welcome to the stream, bro. Thanks for coming. Really appreciate a visit. Really grateful to meet y'all. Glad to see you all, man. Come on, the chat section, bro. We can yap and interact, bro. For real. Come on, come on. Yo, 4 people, bro. That's crazy. That's crazy. Thanks for coming. Thanks for coming. Come on, the chat section, bro. We can yap and interact. So, the first frame of every shot in the animation. So now I'm explaining like what is traditional animation techniques. Okay, before computers came up, how did people made animations? Steps. The first frame of every shot in the animation. Okay. Uh, to interpolate. By the way, you can interpolate is the correct word, but to explain you, I would write inject. To inject the entire animation. Okay, entire. And also keyframe is also called as keyframe animation. Okay, so to keep in mind, I would write it here. Inject entire animation. Okay. Now comes, see, you have made storyboard like your rough sketch, like your rough idea of the sequence. Now you have made starting of every frame, like to finalize it, to understand it, how the like first frame should be, because first frames are the difficult part. Starting something is difficult. Yo, what's up? Thanks for one like, bro. Really appreciate it. Come on, bro. Come on, the chat section, bro. We can yap and interact, bro. For real. So after keyframes, so we made our rough sketch. Then we made a better for like first frame, like how the scene starts. Now what do we do? We would fill the scenes, and that is called in betweens. Easy, simple names. Okay, in betweens. And what does in betweens mean? So wait a second. I have to change my marker. I would like to go back to my old marker, I guess, the round one. In betweens. Okay. Uh, by the way, you have to write these definitions even if these don't make sense. Okay, because these are the scientific terminologies. So yeah. So if you want to go scientific terminology, this is interpolate, not inject. Okay, this is just to make you understand. In betweens is, yeah, the collection, the collection of frames in between successive, in between successive keyframes. The collection of frames in between successive keyframes where object moves to gradually reach to the next destination. Okay, there we go. I would explain you this later on. Okay, yo, 10 people in the stream. What's up? Welcome to the stream, bro. Come on, the chat section, bro. We yap and interact, bro. Come on, bro. Come on. Come on in the chat section. So after we have made our keyframe, like first frames, then we have you know we have made in betweens. Now we have made all the frames. Now we have to play it, right? So what do we say to that is keyframe in betweens. Then we have wait a second. Okay, huh. Yeah. So it is pencil test. Yes, pencil test. The video using all keyframes and in betweens the video using all keyframes and in betweens. So pencil test doesn't mean here pencils are used. The thing is that like pencil we can erase it. So it is not permanent, it is temporary. Like we do it when we are not sure about it. We like when you are a kid, you mostly use a pencil because you are not mature enough. You might make mistakes. That's what people feel, that you will make mistakes. You are not mature enough to like directly express what you want to express, so you need second chances. That's what pencil is made for. Pencil is made to give you second chances in your life. A pen doesn't give you. A pen, if you make a mistake, it stays. You have to scribble it, you have to make it look dirty, but a pencil vanishes. You make a mistake, it vanishes because you are not sure about it. Even pencil, if you do right thing, even that can be erased easily, but a pen you can't erase it. There would be some signs left. So that's what pencil test means. Pencil and pen differences. So let's go. Keyframes and in betweens made to run animation to test the sequence before. Wait a second, I guess my ink is going crazy. Before finalizing it, okay? Finalizing it. Now what comes? You have run a video, you have done most of the things. So now like you have done the super rough sketch, then you made a kind of rough sketch, the first page, then you made rough sketch filler pages, then you also tested that. Now you have to start the real work. Now we are starting the real work, cells. Okay, so now I have to use another marker because that is also over. So cells, the animation is divided into small independent, because see, a guy is jumping. Obviously an animation is a whole story, but a guy is jumping, it can be independently made. If that guy is punching someone, guy is running, those are independent actions. We Those are a separate animation. Like they are a huge animation in themselves, they are part of the story, but they can be divided into individual, individual clips. Like we can work on them independently, right? Because they are unrelated actions. So that's how we break them. Okay, the animation is divided to small independent or partially dependent. How partially dependent? Maybe let's say we divide a jump scene then falling scene, they are partially dependent, not fully dependent. Like we can just make a jump scene too, but still it is related to a fall scene, right? Partially dependent. uh, the animation is divided into small independent or partially dependent parts. Oh, my ink died, my marker died, bro. That's low-key crazy. So independent parts called cells to work independently on them, independently on him, to increase flexibility in the workflow. Because increase, so if I'm divide the animation into cell, I can give it into give it to different animators, so that would increase the flexibility, it would make the work easy, increase flexibility in the workflow. Workflow. Now comes root node. Okay, sounds like some music distributor or something. So root node is the tool, let's say tool oh, let's say track, this is actually tracking tool, tracking tracking tool used to monitor parts of the project progress towards completion. Okay, parts of project towards completion. Parts of project progress towards completion. Then we have root node. Mm, After root node we have cells, root node, exposure sheet. Then we have exposure sheet, which is also called X sheet. X-Men, yay! So what do we did till now? We are working independently on the parts. Now we are tracking the progress of every employee or animator. Now we are going for like shooting, real shooting. Uh, it's a sheet to record you know, thoughts of animators or give instruction, record thoughts of details of animators, or give instruction to cameraman, camera operator, cameraman, whatever, cameraman, to minute details of shoot. Okay, shoot, like angles, dialogues, etc. Okay. By the way, I'm not sure about this last definition. Let me check once again so that I'm confirmed. So wait a second, okay? Wait a second. Wait a second. Wait a second, huh? Wait a second. I have to check the last definition I have written. It might be or might not be correct, so I have to, recheck it. Let's till then I'm trying. Let me try to explain you what's going on in this. Okay. So first is to. By the way, let me zoom out first, so that you can take screenshot or notes or something. I guess it is visible, right? Yes, it is visible. So just a quick second. I am trying to check my definition if it is correct. Okay. Yo, if you want to ask anything or say anything or we can yap and drag, just come on the chat section, bro. Really. And I really appreciate a visit, bro. Real. So, let me just explain because I guess it would take time to find my notes. So what's happening here is storyboard. First, we make a rough sketch of how our animation sequence on overall on like surface level how it would look like. Initial draft. Draft means what? A document that is not finalized, not saved. It would be reviewed. So that of animation sequence, like how the sequence would go of the actions. Like what is animation? Creating static images that are related to each other, look like each other, and we play them rapidly to create a video. Okay. uh Wait a second. I guess my notes, I found it. uh, so our the last